Hey everyone, this is John, representing Vendor 4S Tech. Today we're diving into the world of Salesforce development with Lightning Web Components, or LWC for short. LWC is like the cool kid on the block when it comes to building sleek and modern user interfaces in Salesforce. Think of it as your secret weapon for creating amazing user experiences. LWC is all about using the latest web standards like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build reusable components that make your Salesforce org shine. LWC is super important because it's the future of Salesforce development. Salesforce is pushing LWC hard, and for good reason. It's fast, efficient, and makes developers' lives so much easier. Trust me, if you're serious about Salesforce development, you've got to jump on the LWC train. So, why should you care about LWC? Well, besides being the future of Salesforce UI development, it's super user-friendly even if you're a newbie to the whole coding thing. And because it's built on web standards, you'll be learning skills that are valuable way beyond the Salesforce ecosystem. It's a win-win. Section 2, Understanding Web Application Structure. Before we get our hands dirty with LWC, let's break down how web applications work. Think of it like a three-layer cake. At the top, we have the front end, which is the pretty part that users see and interact with. This is where LWC comes in. It's all about creating that awesome front-end experience. Next, we have the middle layer, the back end. This is where all the behind-the-scenes magic happens. It's like the engine of our application, processing data and making sure everything runs smoothly. In Salesforce land, we use a language called Apex for the back end. Finally, at the bottom, we have the database, which is like the giant filing cabinet that stores all our application's data. This is where all our customer information, sales records, and everything else important lives. So, how do these layers talk to each other? Well, it's all about communication. The front end sends requests to the back end processes those requests and talks to the database if needed, and then sends back the results to the front end. And voila, you have a working web application. Section 3, Comparing LWC with older frameworks. Now, Salesforce has been around for a while, and LWC isn't its first rodeo when it comes to UI development. Before LWC hit the scene, there was Visualforce and Aura. Visualforce was like the OG framework, but it was kind of clunky and hard to work with. Then came Aura, which was better but still had some limitations. LWC swooped in with its modern architecture and web standards, leaving Visualforce and Aura in the dust. It's like comparing a clunky old flip phone to a sleek new iPhone. LWC is faster, more lightweight, and plays much nicer with other web technologies. Here's the bottom line. If you're starting fresh with Salesforce development, go straight for LWC. It's the future, and you don't want to waste time learning outdated frameworks. Section 4, Roadmap to Learning LWC. Ready to become an LWC master? Here's your step-by-step roadmap to success. First things first, you've got to get your hands dirty with some basic web development skills. We're talking HTML for building the structure of your web pages, CSS for styling them to look all pretty, and JavaScript for adding interactivity and making things come alive. Once you've got the basics down, it's time to dive into Apex, the back-end language for Salesforce. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Apex lets you write code that interacts with your Salesforce data and performs all sorts of cool actions behind the scenes. Now for the fun part, diving into LWC itself. Learn how to create components, connect them, and build your own awesome Salesforce applications. Salesforce has amazing documentation and tons of resources to guide you along the way. And don't forget the power of community. Join Salesforce developer communities online, attend workshops, and connect with other LWC enthusiasts. So there you have it, my loves. Jump into the exciting world of LWC and take your Salesforce development skills to the next level. It's challenging, it's rewarding, and it's the future. Now go out there and code like a boss.